Safety Alliance program is a program through our state OSHA, the Department of Labor and Industries, where it's a partnership, and we've applied for the association to be able to have what they call a focused inspections program. There's very few associations that have it in Washington State, but what it does is it basically allows you to have a pre-approved set of guidelines that says our members are able to be vetted out, and we have inspected their safety programs. We have made sure that they are in compliance, and it's that partnership that we have with L&I that allows us to review their programs, ensure their compliance, and in turn our state compliance sees them as part of the overall focused inspection program. Safety Alliance allows you to not only see that you have the compliance side of a program, so that when we're doing a site audit or an inspection, but it also allows us to review your internal written safety program. So it gives you both options to review your program, make sure you're in compliance, but also have site visits that give you compliance on the job sites. Part of the focused inspection says that we have oversaw all of your programs. We've made sure they're not only following effective in practice for your company, but also that they meet their intent of having a formal accident prevention program, site-specific safety plan, and overall company program. One of the benefits of the Safety Alliance program is once you are approved and you've been accepted and vetted out and approved, you go into this focused inspection program. And so compliance officers, if they show up on your project and you let them know, I'm a Safety Alliance member, I have been approved with the association, they're typically not going to ask you for submittals of your accident prevention program. They're not going to ask you for submittals of your training records. They're not going to ask you for your OSHA logs. Any of the general violation requirements that you typically would be asked for in an opening conference, because you're in the Focused Inspection Safety Alliance program, those have already been taken care of. It doesn't mean it's a get out of jail free card. It doesn't mean that you aren't going to potentially have some type of compliance issue at a later point in time. If they drive by and they see somebody hanging on the edge of a building or not wearing fall protection, compliance officers are still going to make a point to stop. But most of the time, if they just are out there for a complaint or for another contractor and they see that you're in that alliance, they're not going to go through that full opening and have to require you to submit all that documentation. Yeah, so third-party review and verification. Some people call them audits. Some people call them just site visits, or we're calling them a Safety Alliance audit. But really, what that is we, as Shield of Armor, have a 72-point shape review inspection that we've created. It's called a Safety and Health Assessment and Program Evaluation. So we take from the requirements within your office to have labor law posters and OSHA logs updated, your accident prevention programs, your training records, anything that's going to be required under that general violation category. Those are all vetted out and inspected. And then we proceed out to a job site where we're looking at what are the exposures and the hazards to your individual company, to your individual workers. And so within that shape review, you're going to have an actual score sheet that says, hey, we are in compliance in this area, whether you're doing trenching and excavation, whether you're installing steel erection, or maybe you have you're working with heavy equipment and you're doing a lot of operating or cranes or things of that nature. You're going to always have the review done within that shape that says these are the areas I'm in compliance with. And then you can utilize that as a tool in your company foreman meetings. You can utilize that when you're training your internal operations. That's a guide. And you know, once a year probably isn't enough for, you know, under the Safety Alliance. So we'd encourage you to do those throughout the year. So you have second sets of eyes on every one of your projects. You have spot checks, and that you can actually show that that progression that your program is maintaining, first of all, but it's progressing. Yeah, the Safety Alliance program, you know, it is something that gives you a baseline of where you stand with your current program. And some contractors may have an excellent program. It is effective in practice. You can see that out on a job site. You can see that internally within the company. You can see the culture being developed. And some may be just getting started. They might just have the bare bones minimum. And we can help you build your program to meet the expectations within the Safety Alliance requirements, and that allows us to, you know, make all the contractors in the group better.